Hello, today's video is looking very different. I am coming to you from my car. So, quick update because I want to keep these quick and snappy. Welcome back to episode 3 of documenting the journey of building out collectively in this community. So, updates, as you can see, I'm in my car. I'm in the most ridiculous setup. The driver's seat is actually there. I've climbed over here because I need to put my phone up to film this, and it was a bit too close for comfort sitting on the steering wheel, so we're sitting here. So I'm just going to fire through these updates, and I'm purely going off memory and also kind of just off the fly, so let's see what we come up with. I guess first updates is that bit of life. I'm now in New Zealand. I am back home for 2 weeks, and then I will be heading down south to the South Island for 2 weeks, running a residency for Art of Mondays, which I'm very, very excited for. That is basically camper vans through the South Island, absolute dream. So I'm sure I will share more about that in the coming weeks once that is done. But yeah, and then after that, not too sure. I'm thinking Australia, but yet to be confirmed. So back here for 2 weeks, honestly just working. I'm very ready for some downtime, resetting. It's feeling very, very good for the soul, although it is currently raining outside, so am missing the Bali weather. But collectively updates, so I guess like one main thing is that at the moment I am really feeling the pressure. I feel like now that there's members in there, I need to make this the best product it can possibly be for those people that have joined. So I think that's good, feeling that level of pressure, but yeah, I'm enjoying that pressure actually, to be honest. So that's that. I am kind of upping the ante, so to make sure that there's value in there, I am trying to make sure that there's enough people in there, because that's the biggest thing at the moment, is to make sure that there is a community, because that's what I offer as the main product. So I am getting on calls with people. I had a call today, got a call tomorrow. I'm meeting someone in person as well, which should be really cool. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, just really trying to put the feelers out there, go through the people that I know or know of, utilizing Instagram, organic traction, growth. Yeah, so with that, what I'm doing to reach people is focus on social media. So I'm popping out content across collectively. I've actually just discovered a style that I'm thinking is working for me. If you go and have a look, you'll see one that normally I do reels and then collab it with my personal brand account. It's Jess Lawson. But every now and then I'll do a couple just on collectively to see how they go. And I did this one and it's performed better than majority of them. And that was purely on that account. So I'm going to stick to that style for a little bit and just test that and see if that does anything. So yeah, that's something I'm learning and trialing at the moment. Another big thing is that I have set up ads, finally. So all the money that is coming into the account right now from clients, I'm so used to saying clients, members, is going straight back into the business. So first of all, it's all going into paid ads. So today I set up the Metapixel, not foreign language to me, but I'm learning how to do all this for the first time, because normally I do the creative, not the back end side. So that's been a really good challenge, really. I'm just loving learning at the moment, which is really nice to be learning and trialing different things. So set up Facebook ads, and I'm just trialing that, seeing how that goes. So yeah, main focus at the moment is just traction, telling people. With that, I'm about to set up a referral system, which I should really have set up by now, but planning on doing that this afternoon. And what else? I think that's honestly pretty much the main updates. We did have our first monthly call the other day, which was really cool, just to see the value of people just being able to have conversations and discuss challenges that they're currently going through, like present in that moment, and to be able to talk about it with other people who just get it and can share different perspectives. Yeah, it was really, really cool. And I got messages after of people telling me that they loved that, found a lot of value in it. So yeah, that lit me up. That was really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the updates. One other random thing is, actually two random things. One is that I was with 3 cousins yesterday and just catching up on life. I haven't seen them since earlier in the year, and it was really funny. We ended up kind of doing a like Q&A of my life, of them trying to understand what I'm doing. And the biggest question was, how the hell am I affording this lifestyle? And I guess like from the outside, it's probably quite confusing and very vague of what I'm doing, especially if you're just basing it off social media. So I want to try be as transparent as possible. Majority of my income and how I'm living at the moment is through client work. I think I've said that in a previous video. And client work at the moment looks like, I mean, I've got a couple of different clients. One I'm doing ad creative for, so I literally create the creative, the video, the graphics that you see when you get ads come up on your social media. So I'm creating that for one client. I'm doing 2 branding projects, so creating a full brand identity. What else am I doing? Social media management for another client. So that client, I film the content with her, edit the content, schedule it, post it, etc. So it's one client. Another client I do ad creative. So just like a real mixture of stuff. So that's what pays me, and then the members are paying, but that's all going right back into collectively at the moment. So I've kind of got like old collectively, which I ran all the client work through, and now I've got collectively 2.0, which is what all of the members are going through now. So that will be like the future of what collectively is. That's pretty much it. The only other thing that I was going to talk about is something I was actually chatting yesterday on the phone with. I was asked to be on a call for King's Trust. So it's a incredible program that I went through. Would highly recommend. If I think you've got to be under the age of 30. I think it's between 18 to 30. And I went through that program a couple of years ago. You've got to do like the enterprise program, and then you can go through the whatever it's called, the program, and basically you can apply for, I believe when I went through it was up to 20,000. It's a grant essentially. So I went through that, and that was incredible. That was how I brought my camera a couple of years ago, because I went through and made it and got granted some money to buy the camera, which was absolutely incredible, just amazing. Trust program, whatever you call it, enterprise. And yeah, I've kind of been like a part of the alumni and see different things that come through over the last couple of years since going through myself. And one of the people who worked through there, she asked me to jump on a call with the current intake of people. I was like, heck yeah, this is so cool. I love this kind of stuff. And I jumped on the call with a bunch of young entrepreneurs, founders, and it was so cool to, someone's about to park in front of me. Love that. But no, it was so cool to jump on jump on a call and just speak to my experience. And it reminded me of, I haven't done much of those kind of things, and it reminded me of how far I have come and the different experiences I've had, and through those different experiences how much I've learned and knowledge that I've taken away from all of that. So yeah, that was really cool to do. But one of the things that I was asked on there was, when I was studying full-time, because some of them were studying, is how did I manage study full-time, working part-time, and I was building collectively at the time, doing a magazine at that point. And I was actually also going through some medical challenges at the time as well. I was traveling to the States every 3 to 5 months, undergoing treatment every day, which was kind of like a sport. That was the time that it would take each day. And someone asked, how did I manage that without burning out, and like, was it possible? And my answer to that was yes, but acknowledging that there are seasons. So that was a season that I was in where I would be in the thick of it. Someone's about to walk past. You know what's funny? In New Zealand, I kind of care, but right now I'm like, whatever, who cares? I'm not going to see these people ever again. But when I'm outside New Zealand, I just do not give a shit about what people think of me, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so basically I was acknowledging that that was a busy season that I was in, but that was not sustainable. So when someone is hustling, like, I do not believe in hustle culture whatsoever. To me now, it's all about sustainability. So is what you're currently doing sustainable? Can you maintain that long term? If you can, great, keep going. If you can't, then something needs to give. And I was talking about how acknowledging seasons. So when I was in that period, that was a busy season for me, but I knew that that was only going to last for X amount of time, and then I was going to leave that and build out a more sustainable long-term plan for that. And now for me, it's all about that. So I don't really go through hustle stages. Every now and then I will, and that will only last probably a week or 2 weeks. But then it goes back to the sustainability side of, can I keep up my exercise? Can I see friends and family? Can I do the things that bring me joy? And can I work on the business, etc., and maintain all that? Because if I can't maintain those things, which are my core pillars, then I'm like, what's the point in doing it? So yeah, it was just really interesting to talk to that, and I loved sharing my perspective on that. So yeah, I guess basically the answer to that was yes, absolutely, but acknowledge that it is probably a season and you cannot hold that down for that X amount of time. So yeah, those are my thoughts. That is episode 3. I'm really loving doing these videos actually, and I refer friends and family to these episodes to be like, basically this is where I share everything and anything. So if you've ever got any questions, flick me a message on Instagram. I love doing these, and it's just nice to have a place to document what can happen in the space of a week, because turns out a lot happens in a week. So anyway, I will see you next episode next week.